Hey, what's up, guys? This is Kenny O from Mahalo.com, and we're drawing some more Mario Brothers characters. Why? Well, because, hey, draw SpongeBob, why not draw Mario, right? Just makes sense. I'm trying to give you guys the best drawing app ever. And so we're going to draw Daisy. That's right, Daisy from the Mario universe and Luigi's kind of girlfriend and stuff like that. And I've always been a fan of the secondary characters in every video game. How about you guys? I used to play Super Mario Brothers, let Mario die so I can play as Luigi. That was the thing I used to do. So, you know, and Daisy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That was just me. Maybe I like green more than red. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll talk some more after the video. So if you guys want to learn to draw, we'll draw. And if you guys want to talk, join me at the end. Watch the whole entire thing. All right, so let's get started. I'm ready to draw. Well, I'm going to go ahead and map out the head. So we're going to start off with a circle. And then, of course, a nice little line of action where her head is going, and a little bit of a triangle action going on right there. Yep, and I'm going to put that ear right there. Let's go ahead and map out his eyes. And let's go ahead and, well, I don't want to add too much stuff right now. I just want to start mapping out the body, and we'll go back to the head later. So we're going to go ahead and do the line of action. We're going to go ahead and put in her shoulder puffs. And we're going to start adding the body. I'm going to do kind of a triangle, not triangle, what am I talking about? An oval right here. Then a little bit of a square, because I'm just mapping out the body. And now, here comes the big dress. The big dress is just kind of like a big bell kind of thing right there. And you can see, we got most of the body mapped out, and we're drawing really light lines because we can always come by and fix them up. And she's got her hands coming up to one position like that. I got the body gridded out and mapped out the way I want it. And we can go ahead and kind of start chiseling out the drawing. So now that I've got the body in roughly the position that I want, you know, we can go ahead and start adding the details. So from here, I'm going to add where her eyes are at. And she has big eyes, so I'm going to do a couple lines. And I know he's like, what? That's kind of crazy. So I'm going to grab our eraser and erase a few of those construction lines. Not too much, just go real light so you guys can see. See, I added a couple ears, but that's our construction lines. They're meant to be taken out. So there we go. All right, so then now we're here, and let's go add some eyes. So we're going to come around, draw a long kind of oval shape right here. And then we're going to add another oval, add a pupil right here, and add a highlight for her eye. And then we're going to come over here. And then we'll come add her nose, and her nose is a little bit more rounder than Peach's nose. Then here, give her a nice smile. Add a little bit of that bottom lip, and hey, looks pretty cool. And then from here, I'm going to start adding in her face. She's got more of a rounder face than Peach. Very similar. There we go. Awesome. Very cool. And then we're going to add that other eye, following this. And we're going to bring it down to about there. And then we're going to add that pupil right around here. So we're going to add an oval. I'm going to do a nice pupil, and let's add another circle right here for a highlight, because the highlights are really good. They make our eyes kind of liven up if you add that highlight. It gives a little extra kick to our drawing. And let's take a step back and look at our drawing and see what we think. You know, that's where sometimes when you look really close to your drawing and you're like, oh, you know, it looks cool, and then sometimes you have to take a little step back because something might be off. Let's see. Okay, I'm kind of happy with it right now. Once I start adding in the face a little bit, I'm not going to render too much, and we're going to see what we got, because sometimes, you know, it might be off just a little bit. And let's go ahead and start mapping out her hair. She's got like, put in kind of circles right here. And kind of looking like another character right now. And then we're going to add in her hair. She's got, so we're going to do two circles right here, bring the line down out, out, and her hair's kind of round. Then we're going to come around here, and there we go. So it is a little bit of a triangle shape right there. There we go. Looking pretty cool. And let's take a step. Well, let's go ahead and add her cheek right here. So remember, it's kind of rounded. Awesomeness. Yep. I'll add that power puff. Those little puffy cheeks. Well, not puffy cheeks, but there we go. And her earring, and her earring is a daisy. So then we're going to come around, add some petals, and those are just basically like making U's. So there we go. And then we're going to add a little bit of shading right here around the edge. Make it darker on here. Keep going. Then we're going to erase and add a highlight. And look at that, it's rounded out. So we're going to go ahead and start rendering out the hair. And you know what? She's got a crown. Let's go ahead and put that in. Come around. Got a little bit of space for it. There we go. So let's go back and render out their hair. So we're going to come around here, put a line right there, come around, add a little bit of a triangle right here, come around, add another one, and that connects. And then we're going to add another little kind of triangle right here. Same thing around here. Little kind of triangular shape. Then come around and close that out. And there we go. Now let's render this out over here. Just render it means really committing to those lines. And what that does is when we make those lines really dark, we can erase really lightly with our eraser and not erase those permanent lines that we like, and we just kind of erase those sketchy lines, our construction lines. So that's really why we draw really lightly, so we don't damage our original drawing. So with that, let's go ahead and come back, start rendering out more of this drawing. And I'm going to add some shading right here, and that's coming around, and you know what, we're going to add she has like this little flower shape, and then I believe she has a flower on her chest. And so here we go. So let's go ahead. We have finished that circle. We're going to add where her arms come out. Okay, so here we go. Finish that other arm. Couple of lines right here to kind of show that it's poofy. Then draw those arms, and then we're going to take a step back and look and see if we like the size of the arms and stuff like that. But so far from what I've seen, I'm pretty happy with it. So then we're going to come here, render this out a little bit. Come down. What I'm going to do is adjust the dress just a little bit. I'm going to move it up. And start rendering that out a little. All right, so let's take a step back and see what we've done. And I'm really happy with that. It looks really cool. I just got to see some parts where I got to clean up, where this is a little messy. This line's a little dark right there. So we're going to come around, clean that up. And see, it's always good to draw through the figure. You know, we did that line because we can always erase. And then we're just going to clean up those construction lines, those little lines right there that those little stick figure lines. Come up, out. Okay, so here's the tricky part, guys, the hands. Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to map out the hands just a little bit in a we're going to do kind of a V formation right here. And you're like, what? Well, that's the only way I could say the trick to hands is to break down the simplest shapes and forms that you see when you draw a hand. So like you see a hand like this, well, here's a square and a stick and a kind of another stick. So that's like kind of what we have to do. I'm going to draw her gloves, so we're going to draw, oops. So what I'm going to do here is come and draw her gloves. So I follow this line, draw some triangles, because they're kind of like flower looking drawings. And I'm getting really itchy with my lines. Not good, Kenny. Get a little more confident in your lines. That's another thing. We just got to get more confident. Like I was talking to Gene. Gene's like the line master. I'm a circle master. I don't know. I spend a lot of times drawing circles. Because you know what? I used to draw cars a lot when I was a kid. That used to be my favorite things. My favorite thing to draw were the wheels. Little note. So, and we're going to add some shading. It's going to add a little bit of shading right here. So come around, render that out. Then we're going to draw her other hand, kind of connecting right here. Let's erase some of this. And we're going to have to take a look on this. We're going to have to take a step back and see what we've got and see if it sticks. Almost. We're going to, like I said, the hands, and I picked a tricky position to do the hands, but let's go ahead and give it another go. Draw a line right here. Come out. I'm going to go ahead and just tackle this, guys. There's no real easy way. It's just go out there and do it. No shortcuts in drawing. I wish there was. If there was, you know, but slow and steady wins a race, though. So we'll do that and add a little bit more shading. Add the pinky. Let's go ahead and take a step back. See what we've got. It's a little bit better now. I'm a little happier with that. And we'll add some more shading right here because the hand is kind of blocking that out. Got the other pinky. It's doing that bit of a pose, which is, oof, not easy. So let's go ahead. And you know, like sometimes if you're feeling frustrated with something, start going back, maybe draw something else, get back in the, how would I say it? It'd be like the groove, or get your, you know, because sometimes you're like, and you get frustrated, and you know, then you don't have a clear head. But then if you start drawing something else a little bit easier, you get back in the drawing groove. So I would recommend doing that. And she's pretty much done. We're just rendering her out. Oh, it's too much rendering right there. Got too sketchy with it. But remember, guys, best way to draw lines pretty much is keep it as a one-way street. And you know, you have a great success in drawing lines. So let's go ahead and I'm going to draw some little kind of rose petals right here. And some rose petals right here. And I'm using that circle as a guideline. And let's go ahead and add just a little bit of shading right here. Show those puffs. And let's go take a look at those hands, guys. Let's go ahead and knock that out of the park, because that's the only way we can do it, is tackle it head on. Just do a little erasing to clean it up. Kind of clean up those lines, but if you can see, do a little bit of erasing right here. Really light, clean it up. Do a little bit of shading from there. Add that pinky. Add this pinky right here. Clean this up. Step back, clean up this line so we can really make it look nice and clean. We're going to come into this arm, and we're looking pretty good. Daisy was in Mario Kart, which is really cool. I like the team of, in Double Dash was Daisy and Luigi. It's kind of a cool combo right there. All right, let's go take a step back and see what we got. Really cool. Oh, let's go ahead and render out this crown right here just as much as we can. We have, kind of out there, but here we go. Let's add a little bit of let's add a gem to it. Add another little circle. And we'll go in here and clean it up. But all right, guys, I want to thank you. So while I'm rendering this out, we're just doing little U's right here. I want you guys, if you guys have a request for something here at Mahalo for drawing, just send that to request@mahalo.com. I got a couple requests in the pipeline. I'm doing Mortal Kombat for Timothy. I want to make sure I'm up to my A game when I tackle that one. I've drawn Mortal Kombat in the past. If you go to my website, Lunchbag Dad, you see I did a bunch of Mortal Kombat bags and stuff like that. It's really cool. So you want to check that out. And I just want to make sure, because it's like going to the gym. Sometimes you don't go for a while. I mean, even though I've been drawing a lot, I've been drawing cartoony stuff, so I need to get my chops up to draw some of that comic book stuff again. So send that request to request@mahalo. Be great to get that. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I get a lot of positive feedback. I even get negative feedback, which is good. I learn from both. Well, anyways, guys, this has been Kenny O, and I want to thank you for watching this video. And let's go ahead and I'm going to sign off. And thanks for watching, guys.